Hi, everyone. I'm Autistic Ange. This is a podcast for adults who recently found out they're autistic and are looking for other autistic people like them. I had a whole topic planned for today that I'm not going to do right now because I'm feeling some stress and anxiety that I would rather try to process through out loud. And I'm sure you guys, some of you, most of you, hopefully will be able to relate. And since I'm feeling anxious more than usual, I definitely have a case of the dry mouth, like I always have. So, if you hear some pause, if I pause, you're not going to hear a pause. What the fuck? Can you hear a pause? Because nothing's happening. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. But if I pause, I'm taking some water to try to quell this fucking dry mouth. Oh boy. So this week, my wife is on vacation, and it's like legitimate vacation. Like not the couple of weeks she took off to help me recover from my surgery, but she's been on vacation. This is the first time I've had to record because we've been busy, and she just left a little while ago to have lunch with a friend, so I have some time to myself. It's just been a pretty busy week, and busy in autistic terms, probably not in ordinary people terms. Really, I'm stressed out right now because I've had 3 appointments this week. And that really shouldn't stress me out, but it does. Like, I think I did an episode, like, the last time or the time before about how I want my routines back. Because of the holidays and stuff. And I knew that I had this last week to get through with my wife being on vacation. Water. But with her being on vacation, I don't know what I was saying right now. This is ridiculous. Like, this is the 3rd time I've tried recording this. I only got past the first, minute and a half. No, I only got up to the first minute and a half. The other 2 times. I'm just going to keep recording now because I'm sorry that I'm all over the place. In the past when my wife has taken vacation and it just interrupts my routines and stuff because I work from home, I didn't fare very well. Like, I didn't know I was autistic. I didn't know I am autistic back then. So there was that lack of awareness. Also, I had... I hadn't had a hysterectomy, so I was having periods that were painful and cramps, and they'd happen a lot when she's on vacation, and I would just turn into a monster. And I feel so bad because a lot of her vacations weren't quite how she wanted them to be because of my fucking emotional chaos over here. And while I feel stressed and anxious right now, I don't feel like the crazy like I used to. And I think that it's a combination of having the awareness that I'm autistic. And I really think it was also because I had that hysterectomy. And for anybody out there that gets periods and stuff and mood swings and you only get 2 good weeks out of every month, you know what I'm talking about. You just turn into this crazy person. And I don't feel like that anymore, which is weird, but also pleasant. It's surprisingly pleasant. I'm so glad that I'm not that crazy person. So yeah, I should have had a hysterectomy a long time ago because I feel way better. And it's not been that bad with her on vacation, but I really need my fucking routines back because I'm losing my shit. It's getting closer to me losing my shit. So that's why I'm trying to process this out loud to hopefully calm down a little bit. I don't remember if I said this already because of the other 2 times I recorded and then deleted it, so whatever. But I had 3 appointments this week, and in autistic land, that to me is a lot. In ordinary people land, I don't know that bothers them very much. I've known all the people I've known pretty much were ordinary people. And they would go to all kinds of appointments for their kids and then this and that and multiple times a week. They would have to leave work for a little bit when I used to go out and have coworkers and I used to work for other people, and they never seemed bothered. And I know leaving work, it's a good thing, but it's still when I used to have to leave work for appointments, I still felt anxious. So Tuesday I had the second follow-up appointment since my hysterectomy, and it really wasn't an issue for me. I'm appreciating that my wife is taking me to these kinds of appointments because it just cuts out 50% of the stress for me and the anxiety, because she's with me and I'm feeling super anxious and like I don't remember half of what is being said. So we had that on Tuesday, and in the past, like, I would be so stressed out about these kinds of appointments because I would be going by myself. But now that I know it's okay to have somebody go with me, what are you doing? That's my cat. Sorry if you heard that. She just took a shit and now she's like got the zoomies. I don't know why they take poops in the litter box and then like go run a marathon afterwards. Anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about because I'm autistic and I use marijuana, but I really think it's more of the autism. But anyways, so I had the appointment on Tuesday. It went fine. I'm healing well. I go back in 4 months. But like the appointment was in the morning. So I had to get up earlier than what I usually do. I had to set an alarm, and I hate setting alarms because I live the good life now where I work from home. But it just was interrupting like my morning routine, and then my wife wanted to go to a few places afterwards, and then I was just like, oh my God, like I should be home working right now, like I have a routine during the day. Like I have a routine. Sorry if I sounded crazy just now, but like I need to do the routine, and like Tuesday it didn't happen. And so it wasn't until like later in the evening that I like was feeling myself heading towards a mini meltdown that I thwarted. I don't like that word. Thwarted? Who the fuck came up with that word? Anyways, moving right along. So later that evening, my wife goes, I think you should make an eye appointment. Because I haven't been in a couple of years. And this is the first time in my life I've had a pair of glasses that like I broke, that I have one side super glued and taped. And you know what? In my mind, these glasses work. They're on my face. I can see okay. I know my vision's changing a little bit, but I can still see. So I would just rather have not gone and had an eye appointment because I don't like that process. I don't like appointments. I sound like a child. I don't like appointments, even if I know I need to do them. So she went online and she went ahead and scheduled me an appointment for my eyes yesterday. And she's like, don't worry, I'll take you. I'm like, great, thanks. So we go there, and it happens to be the day where the majority of the staff are still out on vacation because of the holidays. So they're like a skeleton crew. I didn't get seen until an hour after my appointment time. And before I left, they had called and they were like, do you mind having like a virtual eye exam by a doctor instead of like in person? And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, yes, because that means I don't have to see a person in real life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to deal with a person like in the room with me. Like, anyways, I said yes, because I thought it was going to be quicker and less people is always good for me. So I show up an hour later after my appointment, I get seen, and it's just not how I thought it was going to go. The technicians were having some issues with the equipment. The connection with the doctors via the video thing wasn't working for a little bit. There was glitches. It took forever. I didn't like it. And then I realized next time I'm not going to do a virtual appointment. I'm going to ask for a real life person because I would have been done so much sooner. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was so stressed. And, I went to go look for a new pair of glasses. That's always a stressful process because it has to be the exact right pair. And I don't care how long it takes for me to find that one pair, I'm going to find it. And it actually did not take me that long this time Turns out that I went straight for the same pair that I'm wearing right now. It's just in a different color. So I just stuck with that because I'm tired of all the changes and I at least want my glasses to stay the same. Oh, God. I mean, I actually am feeling a little bit better, believe it or not. Excuse me. And then that's done, I guess I thanked her. I'm like, thanks for making me the appointment. But like, at my age, another adult should not be having to make appointments for me. And I'm still having difficulty with accepting this part of my autism where, you know what, like I know I can ask for help now. I know that bringing somebody with me to appointments is beneficial for me. So on the one hand, like I do accept it and I appreciate it. And my wife has been nothing but supportive. But on the other hand, it's like that little voice in the back of my head that's like, dude, you're a grown ass fucking woman. Like, why can't you make your own appointments and go to them like normal people do and not have them throw off your entire day? Because I'm fucking autistic. That's why. And then today, oh my God. So I had this like virtual, you know what, I'm just not good at describing things. It's like a Zoom, like a virtual thingy, telehealth with like my doctor. That's what I have. Today I had it scheduled for a couple hours ago. And I hate video. I hate it. And my doctor's a very nice lady, but she talks too much. And I think it's like auditory processing issues when I'm doing video calls with people. Like I don't do them very often, but they don't go well for me and I don't like them, but that's what they wanted to do. And I was like, well, I guess it's better than going in person because I would rather not go in person. So anyways, so like an hour before the appointment, one of the nurses calls and she's like, we have this resident. Do you mind if like we bump up your appointment by a half hour so that he can get on the video and like, get some practice in and stuff? And I was like, that's fine. And she's like, okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to call you first before we send you a link. And so don't do anything until you hear from us. And I was like, okay. So that was supposed to happen at 11 and it didn't. And my or 10:30 times, I'm not good with time. And then so here comes time for like the actual scheduled appointment that I originally had, and I don't get a phone call. And 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by. I check my email in case like there's a link that I missed. Nope. And then finally my doctor calls me and she's like, I've been waiting for you. And I'm like, I've been waiting for you. And she's like, well, we sent you a link. It looks like at 5 something in the morning and I didn't get no link. And I told her that too. I was like, they told me to wait until you called. So that's what I'm doing. So it turned into this like 10-minute long process of her trying to tell me how to do the video thing while she's on the phone with me. And it's through the VA. I don't know how to do that. So she sends me the email again. She's like, okay, click join. And I don't know if anybody's ever done a video call with the VA, but like their email link is fucking tiny. I had to scroll down, like I had to go through this email like multiple times just to find this tiny ass link with this tiny ass fucking print that says join. And she was getting frustrated because I couldn't find it. And like, this is the first time I've had to do this. So that in itself is anxiety inducing. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Somebody's waiting for me. I'm stressed. God. And my wife is home and she's having to witness all this. And I usually try to hide the crazy, but she's on vacation. So she gets a front row seat. And I was not having a good time. I was headed toward a meltdown. And I asked the doctor, I said, why do I have to do a video? I said, can't we just talk like this? Like, why do you have to see me? And she never answered it. She answered me. She just goes, I'm going to text you a link and try it that way. And then she hung up on me. So she texted the link and I clicked it and it worked. And we did the video thing. And I was trying really hard to pay attention to her and to listen because like I just, I don't know what happens when I'm on videos with people. I just can't hear properly. It's the weirdest thing. Like I have to be in person talking to somebody. But anyways, I don't know what the fuck the point of this appointment was, because we get on there and she's like, so how long ago was your hysterectomy? And what was the name of the thing that they found, the medical term? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, don't you have stuff? Like, they said they sent it to you. So it takes like 3 minutes, 3 full minutes for this thing to load. And in the meantime, I'm looking at her through my phone. She's looking at her computer. She's not saying anything. I'm looking around my room because I'm having thoughts of like, if I just stare into this phone and she looks back at it, at her video, and she sees me just staring, is that going to look creepy? So then I would like look around and I'm like, is she going to think that like I'm being rude? Should I be saying something right now? Like, it was so awkward. And so it finally loaded and she brought it up and she read it and she pretty much just told me everything that the doctor that did the surgery on me told me the other day. It was the exact same stuff. I don't understand what the point of that was. So I was like, okay, maybe she's like going to ask me some other stuff. Nope. That was it. She just wanted to read to me what I already know. And then I got this letter in the mail last week saying that she was leaving because she got a new position somewhere else. And I couldn't help but feel very happy because my doctor likes to talk a lot. And that's what she did for the last 10 minutes is she just talked about what she was getting ready to go do. And I didn't fucking care. But I sat there and I'm not going to lie. I masked hardcore. I laughed. I pretended to be interested. I pretended I was sad to see her go. It was a complete lie. I hate being fake, but that's what I did. Because at that point, like, I had to have a mask on because I was going to lose my shit. And, you know, at the VA, like, they had the women's health clinic. So it's like all women up there and the doctors and the nurses. I just want a male doctor. I want a dude. Because and I'm so sorry if this sounds like I'm gendering it or something. I mean, I know I am, but like this has been my experience that every male doctor I have ever had does not tell me bullshit about his life. He just does what he's supposed to do when I show up and then I leave. And that's why I love male doctors. Like, I know that they're not all like that, but the ones I have all been like that. And so then I got stuck with her and she just fucking talks too much at these appointments. So like, why? I don't care. Like, and I know that sounds rude. And I know that there's normal people or not normal, ordinary people that like don't mind having this stupid chit chat. But like in my mind, I'm like, lady, I'm never going to fucking see you again. Our paths are not going to cross. I don't care what you're doing with your life. I hope you're happy and congratulations. But that's as far as it goes for me. God, it's so like, then we hung up and then I'm like staring at my phone and I'm like, what the fuck was the point of this video call? Do you need to make some money or something? Do they get paid more doing a video call rather than a phone call? And by the way, why did I even need this appointment at all? This was like not helpful for me. This wasted my time. I had stuff that I wanted to get done, but I had to wait because you know how appointments go. Like, you just have to wait for it before you can go on with your day. Because that's all you'll think about. And so this is where I'm at now. And I actually do feel better that I said all of that. I need to drink some water. I'm so sorry if I sound like cray-cray. Nobody says that anymore, but whatever. I'm almost 40. I just feel so fucking neurotic when I get like this. And I did not like that my wife had to witness an almost meltdown. Like, I balled my fists up like a fucking 5-year-old. And I just went, like, so that's what I did. But it was like 10 times louder than what I just did. And this was in between the doctor fucking sending me links and shit. And my wife is just staring at me. And I'm like, this is what happens. Okay. You're just home and you just happen to see this, but this is not new. This is always what it's like for me. And I'm yelling at her just like I am right now. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just feel very anxious. And she's like, just looking at me. And she's like, okay. Like, what else is she supposed to do? And she's like, well, give me the phone. Like, maybe I can try to help. And I'm like, no. Like, I already tried. I already looked at everything. It's not working. You're not going to be able to do anything. And then the doctor called and I just walked out and dealt with it. But like, God, I don't like witnesses to this. Like, this is embarrassing. And my wife is not judgmental. She's so supportive and loving and caring. But I still don't like doing this in front of people. And then after she left to go meet her friend, I went out to the store and got what I needed to. And I was just like walking around the aisles thinking like, what the fuck, man? Like, why is something like this stressing me out to this extent? Like, an ordinary person probably would have forgotten about this by now. And they would have been moved on with whatever part of their day they were at, and they wouldn't be thinking about this anymore. But I'm still thinking about it, and I'm doing an episode about it. It's frustrating. I don't like my time being wasted. And I know that this originally was a complaint about all the appointments I had this week. But surprisingly, this not in-person appointment was the worst of the three. You know, like, can you just do what you say you're going to do? Like, if you say you're going to call a half hour earlier, then do it. Like, I don't like not knowing what's going to happen. I don't like sitting here staring at my phone, watching the time go by, knowing that they're late, wondering, like, when the fuck are they going to get their shit together and call me so I can get this over with and just go about my day. And I was only going to give it half an hour before I just said fuck it. And then if they tried calling, then I was not going to answer, but they called. So I dealt with it. But, you know, it's like, I think I have high expectations, and I don't know. I don't think they're very fair from what I've been told. But, like, I know with doctors, things are, like, stuff happens. And, you know, like, they're not always on time. I've never been to a doctor's appointment where they've been on time. So, like, it's not like I expect to be seen right away. But I don't expect to wait, like, a fucking hour. And when I was a counselor for chemical dependency, I was like, there was maybe out of the almost decade I did that work, maybe 5 times at the most that I was late for an appointment with a client because another one ran into it. And I know that those are 2 completely different professions with different demands and stuff like that. And, you know, but still, like, I just assume that if I can figure out how to be on time for stuff and see people when they expect to be seen, why is this such a hard issue for other people? Like, how many fucking emergencies can you have at a doctor's office during a day? Like, is it every day? You're like, I don't get what's going on. Like, why are you always so late? God, this is just rambling into nothing now. I think I should probably end this episode. I feel way better, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on the work that I have for the day. And when I get some time, I'll do the episode at the topic I was going to do originally. But yeah, I feel better. I hope you guys can relate to this. I hope if you're still here, thanks. Yeah, I really just hope somebody out there is like, oh, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Because if not, like, I'm just over here sounding like a fucking crazy person. I'm not crazy. I need to stop using that word. But neurotic kind of sounds like crazy to me. So I don't know. I gotta go. Sorry about this fucking episode. I am publishing it because it's almost 25 minutes. And my time's been wasted enough today that I'm not going to waste my own time by not publishing this, if that makes sense. And so this was just me recording into an app on my phone, hoping people find me and listen and relate and hopefully come back for more episodes and have a similar experience to the one I had when I heard myself on someone else's podcast. And since I was able to remember all of that, that means my anxiety is much better right now. So thanks for listening. Talking, not working. Goodbye.